Located on Cowessess First Nation land 3 kilometers southeast of Regina is the Owassis Solar Project. Created as a partnership venture between Cowessess First Nation and Elemental Energy, Owassis Solar is an ambitious renewable energy project that offers our community the following benefits: equity ownership, lease revenues, capacity development for future projects, employment during construction, and First Nation land tax revenue.
In the renewable energy sector, there are many industry leaders out there leading the way in solar and turbines. Cowessess First Nation, we see ourselves as a leader. We require partnerships to lean on experts so we could learn, so we could transition that knowledge, so Cowessess First Nation could one day truly lead this industry.
In 2018, SaskPower issued a First Nations Opportunity Agreement to the First Nations Power Authority. That First Nations Opportunity Agreement allowed for 20 megawatts of solar development to be led by Indigenous communities and developers here in Saskatchewan. Cowessess First Nation thought that was the perfect opportunity for us to expand our renewable energy footprint because it allowed us to conceptualize a project here on our land east of Regina. The nation has owned this land since the late 1990s and always had higher aspirations than agriculture development on this site. We always felt that there would be higher value if we could develop some sort of utility industrial project here. Cowessess was pleased to work with Elemental Energy on this project because they brought vast experience from their Brooks, Alberta project, which was the first in Western Canada. So we were really happy to have them as our development partner on this site, leading us through the engineering, the procurement, and the development on this site.
Elemental Energy is a renewable energy developer and investor, and we are developing and investing in and owning and operating renewable energy projects across Canada. Working with Indigenous partners is a big part of what we're up to at Elemental. We've developed projects across Canada with Indigenous partners, including Run River hydro projects in BC, wind farms in Eastern Canada, and solar farms in Alberta and Saskatchewan. So it's a big part of our business. We feel very fortunate to be able to partner with different Indigenous groups across Canada to work on these projects and bring both solar and wind and hydro projects online in partnership with a variety of First Nations across the country.
The Owassis Solar Project has received favorable funding through the federal government. We successfully achieved funding through the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, through the Smart Renewables Electrification Pathways Program, as well as the Prairie Economic Development Canada Repayable Loan Program. All of these programs have significantly helped the project's economics.
I think reconciliation and climate change are two of the biggest challenges that we face in this country. Renewable energy projects like the Owassis Solar Project have shown to be a real opportunity to address both of those challenges at the same time. So we're very excited to be a part of it. To participate in an Indigenous-led project gives an opportunity to address some of the challenges and issues with reconciliation and climate change in one project. So we're excited to see those things come together.
My Energy, based in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, was awarded the general contract to install and commission the project.
We were really looking for a Saskatchewan-based contractor that had relevant experience at this utility scale size. My Energy was a perfect candidate. They were coming off of a 10 megawatt solar site out at Swift Current, and they brought with them a strong Indigenous partnership. Throughout the course of construction, we've been pleased with My Energy's commitment to hiring our community members and providing employment here at site.
Owassis Solar hired a community energy specialist to enter the renewable sector in a mentorship role with the goal of becoming the community energy champion for future Cowessess-owned projects.
I was motivated to take on the position to utilize the knowledge I had gained in the Lands and Resources Department and transition that to economic development opportunities. Becoming the community energy specialist has also allowed me to participate in the 2020 Catalyst program in the Indigenous Clean Energy Network. Through ICE, I've traveled across Turtle Island and met other clean energy champions, which has opened doors and allowed me to realize my career potential in the clean energy sector.
Owassis Solar Limited Partnership hired Cowessess member Corey LaValle as the construction coordinator to oversee all on-site construction. Corey has worked as a journeyman electrician on all of Cowessess's past solar projects dating back to 2018.
I feel like I'm some sort of pioneer bringing solar to Cowessess First Nations, and I assume like in the future there'll be more of our people in the industry. What has this project offered me in career growth? A lot, I'd say. I mean, I'm so used to being out in the field working with the crews, and now it's a little different. I'm inside the buildings working with the team leads and seeing what goes on behind closed doors. The most thing I'm proud of is just giving back to my community.
Providing tours during active construction was important for Cowessess so that the kids and elders could see all the components needed to build a project of this scale.
3 days ago, we had a busload of junior high school kids that came here, and we told them, you own this, you're an owner of this. Our kids now will be going to science in university and engineering because they know we own this.
Well, I was very impressed as we did the tour of the facilities here. It's amazing how everything is coming together. I do know from talking to other people that Cowessess is really making a name out in the world, and they're very impressed by it. I just want to say thank you to the Chief and Council and all the workers, Jessica. I'm very impressed by what everyone has been doing and coming together and working for the good of our nation.
We want to empower Cowessess citizens to one day oversee these projects at the front line, at middle management, right up at the top, and so that Cowessess First Nation one day in this industry can show that Cowessess citizens also work at all levels as we're succeeding.
That's been a real pleasure and honor working with Cowessess First Nation because both parties are really bringing different things to the table, and we've been able to build off of each other's strengths. Clearly we're here on Cowessess land, which was the starting point. Cowessess First Nation's vision to be a renewable energy leader in Canada and Saskatchewan, and we're just proud to play a small part in helping that come to fruition.
The Cowessess First Nation vision is that we shall strive to prosper as a self-reliant society with a sustainable economy. Through this, our distinctive cultures, customs, spirituality, and practices of self-determination and well-being will be preserved and enhanced for generations to follow.